So before we start, ma'am, I will introduce myself. My name is Junji M. Cabral from BSSM 3E, and we start now.
Interpersonal behavior. So, what is mean interpersonal behavior? So, interpersonal behavior is the behavior and actions that are present in human relationships that we in which people communicate at all. Then, dynamics of human interpersonal behavior. To subsum the struggles in social relations which manifests itself in bodily complaints inability in one of the cases of stress. The fight and flight response, visible to vindicate in a aggressive voice that he does have amendment. Then three types of coping behaviors according to Robert Alberti and Michael Imnos. Then non-assertiveness. Characteristic of non-assertiveness behavior include non-expressing feelings, desires, and philosophies, ignoring personal privilege, then and permitting other interfere with themselves. So non-assertiveness is lack of eye contact, looking down or away, swaying and shifting of weight from one foot to the other, whining and his hesitancy when speaking. Then aggressiveness. Characteristics of aggressiveness include expressing your feelings, desires, and philosophies at the expense of others. Aggressive individuals raise up to his own or her right. However, they disregard the privilege of those around them. They may be dominant or embarrass others. So, moingon tag-aggressiveness is mao na siya ang physical violence such as biting, hitting, and kicking. Then sa assertiveness, characteristic of an assertive behavior include expressing your feelings, desires, philosophies, and privilege in ways which does disrupt the right of those around them. So, sa example sa assertiveness is you can give an opinion or see how you feel, then you can ask for what you want or need, then you can disagree respectfully, then you can offer you ideas and suggestions, then you can say no without feeling guilty, then you can speak up for someone else. So next is manipulative coping is being frustrated, irritated, and anxious, and eventually express these feelings in altercations or fleeing away. Then people who uses manipulated copying usually do things frustrated, avoid conflict and problems, then they know how to detect people's weakness, then they convince you you to do things for their own well-being. So next is role and difference between anger and aggressions. Then feelings threatened or attack feelings frustrated, then verbal aggression, then dealing with your anger is a healthy approach for then human feelings of natural health and non-evil being responsible for your own feelings, then anger and aggressions is not the similar, then relaxations must be learned in order to calm down, then expressing your angers should be developed to calm down, keep your life clear. So, three ways of expressing anger according to Vedantic traditions. First is Sattvic, the anger feels of a good person without caring. Then Rajasic, the correction of evil touch for the appreciations. Then Tamasic is to correct the good and bad ideas in imposing your own ideas. So next is dealing with another person's anger. So first is acknowledge your mistakes even if you are about the face insult, then you must acknowledge the person's feelings, Then acknowledge the other person's feelings and set aside your own. Then proclaim yourself about the way another person is overreacting then to the situation at hand. Then you must provide a short declaration to bring the current situation at a halt. Then next is assertive behavior, components and techniques. To act in one's own well-being is the net the ability of a person to make life decisions. Then to stand up to oneself, it refers to support, to express and to depend on one's opinion. Then to express truthful feelings contentedly, it refers to admitting one's own fear or anxiety and all without pain. Then to exercise personal rights, it refers to how we express opinion, to how we work for change, to work for variations, to who we answer to defilement of our human rights or to the rights or of others. To exercise personal human rights, it refers to how we express our opinions, to how we work change, how we respond to abuse in our rights or the rights of those around us, to reject the human rights of others, to be able to achieve one's personal language, to not reject the rights of those around, to be able to achieve then one's personal expression. Those assertive behavior is a positive self affirmation. Next is barriers to assertiveness. Assertive to be right. Assertive is being anxious and fearful. Then self expression of effectiveness. Then assertive behavior at a glance. To be assertive is to become terribly enlightened about the another person and life or their incapability to have constant close and significant relationships and retain their identity. Next is components of assertive behavior. The great impact is often the right words, like how we act and how we see something. The great impact is often true words, like how we act others and how we express something. Your body developing of our body image to become of that of an assertive. Your inventory of body image components is it is scale of assertive measuring. Eye contact, having eye contact and being mindful of the alternate alterations in the quality of communication with others. Facial expressions agree required and expression to consciously manage the facial expressions and to be a little more natural. The body posture, it is the advantage of the other person to any tendency to move back or to move away. Gesture suggestions of, of one's self-confidence, opinions, and to the spontaneity of the speaker. Then voice, tone, inflection, and volume are vital elements when it comes to communications. Consider the following way of speaking and the dimensions of your voice. Tone must be raspy, winny, soft, and angry. Inflections, the monotonous way of speaking with a sing-song effect and stressing certain syllables. Volume, try to have the attention of other people even with a whisper to overpower others who are loud and difficult to talk even if you want to. Content, being honest and spontaneous is a must. Techniques of assertiveness. So first is stack record technique, includes restating what you need again and again without raising your voice, becoming furious, irritated, or involved with issues. Fogging and efficient techniques if other people are behaving manipulative sense or aggressive means negative assertion. It allows to a person to be comfortable about receiving negative exchange and a better alternative to more hostile type of responses. Next is interpersonal behavior of a glance. Defe- Defensive behavior. It is a desire to flee an attack in aggressive or non-assertive behavior and to be able to defend oneself. The aggressive behavior is it is about expressing the requirements, opinions, and beliefs of others in standing up for your own right. Then assertive behavior, it is about expressing other people's rights and not to be violated. Non-assertive behavior, failure to hastily express your desires, sentiments, and philosophers, and failure to stand up to your own rights. So, assertiveness, interpersonal skills are needed if we want to be effective in handling or confronting our office mates, peers, seniors, clients. When dealing with individuals, one must avoid being aggressive. Being aggressive results in conflict. Submissive, being submissive allows others to view our point, priceless and property. So next is when you want to be assertive, you must when you wish to be assertive, you must then tell the person precisely what you are feeling. Avoid using any harmful or expressive words. Then explain the cause clearly and effectively. Then maintain eye contact with the other person. Then always keep your voice when communicating. Then never raise the tone of your voice when communicating. Avoid being emotional. And that's all. Thank you.